Why come back to India?
You're never the first citizen of that country. Dana pani mera fir likhya siga ithe. Be a second class citizen in someone else's country and scrub toilets. And अपने देश च की नहीं हैगा कि तुसी आके what can't you do?
What was your first job?
As a kitchen cleaner.
When you are acting like a Lafender, don't think of buying a Defender.
If you go and hug that person, I tell you that it becomes a much closer bond.
There is a transfer of energy. There is. You don't like the retro system in schools.
Practical learning, I think, should be definitely part of a curriculum. You know, the system, I think, is making monkey out of kids.
To find your way, you have to first get lost. Or as a parent, I would say, you have to let them be lost.
Whenever I'm walking in the forest, I keep breaking a twig. When you're walking back, I let my son lead or my daughter lead. Let them find it, yeah.
You mentioned some Baghdad story, some very reform of a Gurdwara, historic Gurdwara taking place.
In one of the meetings, he must have actually requested Saddam.
Right now, treat yourself as an investor of time.
I had to give time to Kikar to build up Kikar. Come experience Kikar. जो साडा जंगल हैगा वो देखो ते साडे आले दुआले देखो सज्जे खब्बे. They've been plundered. My temperature difference between Chandigarh and Kikar is a 4-degree difference.
With your permission, can I say you failed?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, failed miserably. Trust me, yaar, the resources for tourism, जो पंजाब च हैगियां ने, it is, we can kill every other state where tourism goes. We can be the number one state for tourism in India.
बहुत से चेहरे हैं हमारे. एक जो हम घर पे होते हैं, एक जो हम ऑफिस में होते हैं, एक जो हम दोस्तों के साथ होते हैं, और एक जो हम रॉ होते हैं, जैसे हम खुद के साथ होते हैं. सो फॉर दैट वी हैव दिस प्लेटफॉर्म जस्ट रॉ टॉक्स वेयर यू कैन बी यू. नो फिल्टर, नो पॉलिश, जस्ट रॉ टॉक्स. और आज हमारे पास जस्ट रॉ टॉक्स पे हैं अ वेरी पैशनेट गाय, अ नेचर लवर, दिल से फूडी, and a very full of life. This is what is my perception of him, Mr. Amarinder Singh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
Thank you, Navdeep.
Coming here and being open to be raw.
No, I love that. I think it's a great opening, a beautiful line, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
Lovely.
So, sir, as the concept of the podcast is to have an open and candid conversation and be as raw as we can be, the side that the general people, they don't know about.
Sure.
Because बाकी सब जो brochures में दिखता है, जो बाकी जगहों पे आप हो, जो लोग आपको जानते हैं, but today we'll be talking about the raw Amarinder Singh, how you think about life, what have been your shortcomings, maybe your embarrassing moments, your very some very good fondest memories, anything and everything. Feel free to share, sir.
Sure.
There is no, it's not a no agenda thing that I'm going to talk about this only.
Okay, great. Look forward to it.
To start with, like, from where did you do your schooling? Where were you born, brought up, or did you change places? Or
So basically, born, brought up Delhi. From Delhi, we shifted. There was a time where initial schooling was Delhi, and then we shifted. My father got posted to Iraq when we were kids, actually, and the Middle East, that region. Base was Iraq, Baghdad, and so he got an opportunity to construct the biggest university in Iraq at that point, in Baghdad, called the Baghdad University.
right.
And we were lucky to actually have been part of the entire process, seeing it develop. And there were a consortium of many companies, foreign companies also, if I remember correctly. There were Germans there, there were Dutch there, Indian. We were the Indian who were heading the entire project basically under my father, and so various companies were there. And this was the brainchild of Saddam Hussein.
Oh,
At that time, Saddam was the leader of Iraq, and great guy, brilliant. I mean, whether you call him a dictator or whatever, a great leader for his country at that point. So we were building. So there was a lot of movement for us also. We did move around there. We did a bit of schooling in Baghdad while we were there for those few years, and then finally got sent to Dehradun. We were in Welham Boys initially, and then went on to Doon School, where I finished my
The Doon.
the Doon School. Yes. So there was only Doon School. There's no the Doon. It's only the Doon
Now
School.
there are multiple.
They're all fake.
There is a Doon International, and then
That's all initial. I mean, khatram patram.
Acha.
Huh. So anyway, the Doon School. I mean, I'm very proud of it. Very proud of our alumni. And no, those. I don't mean no harm. All the schools are good, but there's only the Doon School. And yeah, so went there, finished Doon, and then college and carried on basically. Then hospitality in Switzerland and whatever. So yeah, so I mean, journey did take us various locations, seen a lot of the world because of that, and learnt a lot because of that.
So what was your nickname as a child in school, in home or in school?
So yeah, so nickname was, they called me Ami,
Ami.
short for Amrinder, Ami. But the names that come out of a boarding school are crazy. So I mean, I can't tell you Lallu and this and that and whatever. I mean, it's crazy nicknames. Yeah. But luckily, I got set with a pretty decent nickname of Ami.
So how ambitious was Ami?
Was ambitious?
Was Ami when a child? Because so ये सबका होता है सर कि हमको ये करना है वो करना है, वो वहीं से शुरू हो जाता है, या तो हमें दिया जाता है या हम खुद एक्वायर कर लेते हैं आसपास से देख के. So what was Ami was like, okay, you know what, when I grow old, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so I could never sit.
Okay.
मतलब मैं बैठ नहीं सकता सीगा. You know, the idea was to actually constantly do something. So I mean, even when I was in Iraq, Dad used to go to the site. I mean, it was a massive site. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with my hands. I enjoyed getting myself dirty, getting my hands dirty. You know, working alongside people. Heaps of bajri and sand and various things. And you know, you had this machine. I forget the name now, but where they mixed all of this. You know, it was fascinating how the entire site worked. You know, and then to that end result, which was the building or whatever.
So construction was your...
I loved it, yeah.
Okay.
I actually initially wanted to join my father, wanted to become a civil engineer.
Okay.
I enjoyed the site.
Very nice.
Really. I mean, it was something, yeah, you know. As a kid, I used to go out there and whatever. But I think things had a different turn of events. I mean, I wasn't the brightest in school. Taken up. So for engineering, you need maths and you need physics and you need whatever, chemistry and all of that. PCM was not my forte. So yeah, okay. So life took me a little different turn, but I think that zeal for doing things, जो होंदी है ना अंदर दी जो होंदी है कि मैं करना चाहता, that never left me. Even after school, after I graduated from school, my father was doing a massive project up in beyond Simla near Rampur Bushehr, the Nafta Jakhdi project, which is a huge project for hydroelectric. And so we were doing part of the construction there, Dad's company. So after everyone else after college, after school goes out partying for 6 months or whatever it is, you know, I decided, and thanks to my dad actually, he pushed me towards it also, that he sent me to Nafta Jakhdi, back or beyond. There was nothing there. ठीक है ना, मतलब कख नहीं. But yes, theek hai. I was there for 6 months. I enjoyed it. I mean, worked alongside very, very competent engineers and learnt a lot. Yeah. Learnt how to. But then beauty is because it was also nature based. And beautiful country that side. Unbelievable.
एक लाइन याद आई सर, पता नहीं कहाँ सुनी थी
हाँ जी
कि कख विच भी लख है जिसको वेखन वाली अख है.
अख हैगी है. Correct.
So,
Correct.
But the whole thing when I see कि आपने एक बोला कि I wanted to, I like getting dirty. So that reminds me of this childhood ad कि वहीं से शायद ये है कि दाग अच्छे हैं. कि because see this is something which you don't hear from for 10-15 years है ना कि मुझे साइट्स पे जाना है. बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वहाँ से इंटरेस्ट डेवलप शुरू होने होते हैं. मतलब दैट इज प्योर क्यूरियोसिटी, देयर इज नो एजेंडा बिहाइंड इट, बट यू लाइक गोइंग टू साइट्स, यू लाइक थिंग्स गेटिंग बिल्ड, यू लाइक गेटिंग इनटू थिंग्स जहाँ पे आपको समझना है कि हाउ दिस प्रोसेस इज डन.
नवदीप, देखो, I truly believe that if it was not because of my parents or my father, and why I say my father specifically is because he is a civil engineer, right? So he used to go to the site, not my mom. But I mean, she did her own work, mind you not. I mean, she was not a housewife sitting at home, and she had her own work and did a fantastic job on what she did also. But talking about purely site-wise, right? He, because he used to go out there, I used to tag along. And I think, obviously, these things inculcate from your buzurga to tanu sikhਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, right? So what I learned from them is even my father's resilience came from this. As in, I saw him. There were stressful times. I mean, you can't always be hunky dory. You cannot always be flying in the clouds. There are times when you go down. So I've seen that side of him also, and how he dealt with it. कि खुले दिल ना, ठीक है, times are bad, but never let it show on your face, or never let it affect you so bad that you become ill.
पंजाबी चापा की कहने हैं कि हमेशा चढ़दी कला च रहना.
चढ़दी कला च रहना. Yes, you have to, यार. I mean, life is too short also, and ठीक है, चंगे दिन भी आउंगे, माड़े दिन भी आउंगे. Has to happen. ठीक है ना? It cannot just be कि yes, ਅਸੀਂ खाली ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਚਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ whatever it is, ਜਾਂ we are constantly growing. That it has to, that graph will fall, and you have to take it in your stride, but you have to be strong to come out of it also.
Yes.
ठीक है ना?
Totally.
तो वो चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी हैगी है. I mean, and so this is what I mean, coming back to what you said, that by going with him at those sites, at those construction sites, seeing how he dealt with manpower,
attitude,
everything,
the mindset.
Yeah, so I think that also brought a lot of encouragement in me.
Starts building the foundation of the character that the person is now.
And this is exactly what I've put on to my kids, that don't be afraid of getting dirty. You have to get out there.
Very nice.
I mean, जाके रुड़ो यार. I mean, get into the mud and get your hands dirty. Only then you will actually realize what it's worth. I mean, बैठे ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਦਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹੋਗੇ, ਫਿਰ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ यार. I mean, not saying that this is a bad profession,
but yes, the experience is what we are going to discuss.
Yes,
but you need to go out there, get dirty, explore things, to get experience.
World is a big bad place. You have to. I mean, you will go and meet 1000 बंदा मिलोगे. Some are good, some are bad, but or some you get along with, some you don't. I shouldn't say good or bad, but you get along with some people, you don't get along with some people. But till you don't do it, you won't know it.
You won't know it.
Yeah.
So the Doon hype, how real is it? We have been hearing the Doon. I think it's one of the top 3 schools in India.
It's a top school.
It's the top school.
Yeah.
Is it worth the hype? Is it what actually is it, and how is it different from the regular?
Yeah, great question. School Doon, definitely it is worth the hype.
It's worth
the kids do get an overall. See, when we were in school, okay, I'm talking about my time, they were not the local schools, which are now dime a dozen in the city here, Delhi, XYZ, they were not, the local schools were not that good. चंगे नहीं सके. So इत्थे की हुआ कि during our time, a lot of people, a lot of kids came to Doon from as far as Chennai also, Bangalore, Chennai, Nepal, pan India, because there were few schools who were very, very good. In time, that changed. Masters from those schools, from Doon and other schools, decided to actually go and start, maybe got better offers and started opening up their own schools, or and that actually moved out a lot of good teachers into these schools, and schools became better. Doon during our time was beautiful. I mean, all round education from, obviously your education is there, your studies is there, your extracurricular activities are there, your sports are there, midterms. We used to go out every term, we used to go out for a midterm, which was during mid of the term for 5 days or 7 days. We used to go out as a group hiking with a teacher or without a teacher, depending on the class that you were at, and it taught you how to survive.
Oh, nice.
So you are out of your comfort environment, and you are actually in a place which is, you're trekking, let's say up to Kedarnath, Badrinath, the top peaks basically.
Wow.
Cycling midterms, we used to go cycling. We were cycling to Jim Corbett, for example.
Wow.
So it made you decide. The decision power became yours, right or wrong. You had to do it. If it was great, if the decision was right, fantastic. If it was not right, you amended it. But you have to take a decision.
This sounds like more of an experiential learning, hands-on learning than just
100%. It was. I tell you, if your kids have not, if you cannot let your kids go out and experience or make mistakes, you will not be the right parent. You have to do it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But this midterm thing, this is very exciting that generally we have heard about midterm exams. Yes, the middle. So I was expecting the same answer.
Exam I was, like I said, a mediocre student. I never looked after, I never looked forward to exams. Obviously, one had to do it, and you should do it.
Yeah.
Things have changed now. Things have become very competent now. So you have, parents, I know the pressures that parents are putting on the kids. Oh, yeah, 99 to thalle nahi, kithe nahi tadi admission hoegi. Yeah, everyone bloody gets admitted. Come on. Some go to Harvard, some don't go to Harvard, but everyone turns out A-okay.
I've heard you mentioning it somewhere that people, you don't like the retro system in schools, and yet people should go out, experience things, explore stuff. That is where the real learning happens. So again, me being from a pure teaching background, I have a very, very strong point of view of how education system is moving. What do you think is the biggest misconception in today's education system?
You're right. I've never been a ratta student. Sit down, read your book, learn that book through and through. There are kids who do it and do it beautifully. I have never been that. I think today practical learning should be done. Practical learning, I think, should be definitely part of a curriculum in all our schools, which will teach the kids how, instead of just cramming, it should actually, I think Finland is one country, if I'm not wrong, which has changed education for the better. It's practical learning, right? It's out of the classroom learning. I think that in your entire life after school or after college helps you develop much better, because you have actually started to see life as it should be, or experiences. You actually pull out experiences from what you've learned at that practical experience maybe, and you start putting it in your work experiences.
How do you, on a very practical side, the normal day life of a kid right now, is a school where the child uh, starts from 7 a.m.
Oh.
and reaches back home by 3. Maybe post that there is having lunch. Then you have to rush to your tuition centers. By the time you come back, you don't have time to play outside.
No.
That era is out.
It's finished.
Then you have these bulkies in your hand. You will be clinging to that. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
You cannot live without them. And then there is this. You don't actually have the time to follow your passion or explore. Do you have any? Because you barely get time to do your school homework and stuff like that. In an era like this, how do you expect children to actually go out and...
You know, the system, I think, is making monkey out of kids. Okay, na? You're absolutely correct. My son goes to school at 7.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
He's back at 3:30. On a long day, he's back at 5:30. Right? Then you've got tuition, like you mentioned. Right? ठीक है.
That's a trend, more a trend.
It's a trend.
Yeah.
कि यार पढ़ाई भी मतलब ट्यूशन जाना है, ठीक है ना? Okay. Then he likes football. He likes, I mean, he's also enjoys his sports. Then what happens is that he then comes back and he says, yeah, let me vent my energy out, right? So he plays a little football in the park. By the time it's dinner time. So then if there's homework, then he's sitting after dinner for homework, then goes to sleep at 11. So 11 to 7 again, I mean, you're not getting full sleep and you're just making a full monkey. That is where I think somewhere we're going wrong.
And in this whole wrong thing, ma'am, the biggest role is of the parent. An aware parent can do, I don't say, you cannot topple all the whole education system in a day.
No, we can't, obviously
but
not.
If the parent is a little aware, this is what I have personally observed, if the parents are a little aware, so they try to lessen the burden, let the child also breathe.
But we were left to our own, again, like I said, times were different then. We were left to our own vices. I mean, we were literally left to do whatever we felt like doing. My parents, I have to tell you, my parents were strict as anyone can be. But I tell you, they let us do, I mean, we had a free hand. As long as we didn't cross a line, we were good to go. So, I mean, there was a very fine balance between a thin line there, but it was such a beautiful line. And this is, today actually I see this happening.
Yes.
If you go to a restaurant today or wherever, I mean, a public place, you got kids running around, you got kids, you got families. ठीक है, it should be. I mean, you must have kids and families around, right? I mean, that's what we go out for. But we were never allowed to. We're sitting and eating, let's say, a meal together, right? Suddenly you have a kid running around you. I mean, during our time, we were told, sit down, eat, let's have a conversation. The mobile phone and the iPad era was not there. So we were told...
Last generation to have conversations.
Correct. So we were told, कि हाँ ठीक है, बैठो. There's an etiquette to eat. There's an etiquette at the restaurant. कैसे खाना है, क्या खाना है, ठीक है ना? ये नहीं कि because in today's day and age, everyone's working. The wife is working, the husband's working, everyone's working. And so they're also on their phones during the meal time, the husband, wife. And they've let the kid go because they don't want to get disturbed because they are, whatever it is. Yeah, there is an etiquette, other people are getting disturbed. Our time, we were told, you will sit, you will talk to us during the meal, on the table. And if we didn't, there's a
very renowned guy with the name of Blair Singer. I was attending one of his webinars and he mentioned, what do you think is the most important or the most rarest of the things that you cannot get ever? And the first instinct that comes is time.
Yeah.
Time is, money is still, you can buy, but time is something.
Yeah, I'll go.
He cleared it out. So the era has changed.
Acha.
Yeah. It is not time anymore. It is attention.
Right.
We are together in the same room, having meal. We are spending time with each other, but am I paying attention? No. My attention is elsewhere.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, I think last night Taken at the dinner table. So we've made a rule at home that no mobiles on the table.
Acha.
Mealtime.
Nice.
Nothing. Okay. So mobiles are kept aside, whatever it is. It just so happened that I walked in late for dinner. I came in straight from work, came from dinner onto dinner table, and my mobile was with me. ठीक है जी. It rang, and you just pick it up without thinking, yeah. And yes, I got shit for my daughter, for my son, for my wife. कि जी उठा कैसे लिया? ठीक है ना? But yes, so you're absolutely correct. Attention, I think we've somewhere lost that.
Most scarce commodity.
Yeah.
Because everyone is wanting that.
Yeah.
You know? Even if you talk about social media,
Yeah.
it is a source how to get that attention. Because we are living in an era of attention deficit
Yes.
era where everyone
There's
is seeking.
so much available.
So much available.
Yeah.
There was a book, I think, I am not able to recall its name. It said, right now treat yourself as an investor of time.
Okay.
You are an investor and your investment is time.
Right.
Where everything else is pitching for your time. For example, social media, that OTT platform, everybody is pitching for your time that, yes, okay. And we are confused where to invest our time into.
And balance it out, actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there is big millions and billions of dollars putting in these industries, how to get our attention. So right now, getting attention is the most
Very true.
important commodity to have, because
Very true.
people don't realize it.
Yeah.
Even parents again, I'm going a little deep here.
हाँ जी.
The last innings of life, if you talk to parents, no matter how much have you grown as a person, the number of assets that you have or whatever luxury you have, all they want is your time.
Yeah.
Rather, to be precise, your attention.
Yeah.
You sit with them for a while.
मजा आया.
And the same happens when you go to your house. Your kid is just waiting to play with the father.
Yeah.
Nothing in the world can match that. Because पापा के साथ थोड़ी देर and the उसकी वो बाप की सारी थकान.
Yeah.
And it all goes away.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know where that time has gone, because everything is becoming so fast.
Yeah.
I think slow is more. I don't know.
No, nice. I like that.
Slow is more means
yeah.
we need to learn to
slow down
a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, you brought up this. My daughter earlier, when she was, she's just graduated from school. Earlier, and I didn't realize this. I said, because we are a family of all boys.
Yeah.
I mean, we are just
Okay.
all boys.
Okay.
Like, there's never a girl in the house.
Okay.
Right? And boys are ruffians. We are useless people. But so there was never a, when a girl comes into the house, I mean, your decorum changes. Your
Under the feminine energy. Yeah.
Yes. But till then, there was never a girl. Niyamat, my daughter, was the first girl in the family, right? Born into the family. So it took me a lot of time to actually adjust and change to. And my wife kept telling me, you have to change. I mean, listen.
Father of a daughter.
And a daughter always demands the father's time.
Yes,
I mean, she is. I mean, we are like this by the grace of God, right? But there was a time where what you just said, resonated right now, because it was you did not give time because you got so involved in work also and this damn mobile that and she used to once or twice she said it to me that I want you to talk to me, right?
Yeah.
And it hit at that time. It hit me. And like, what are you doing? Not that I mean, yes, I've corrected myself to a certain degree, but we're all humans. I mean, you've learned and you forget, So, but yes, I completely get this. I mean, yeah.
As a kid, and somebody, this is very ajeeb answer which you're going to hear. As a kid, when I was asked, what do you want to do when you grow up?
Yeah.
I said, I want to be time rich.
Time rich.
Time rich.
Ah.
That's a concept in the book Ikigai, where they say time affluence.
Yeah.
The concept of time affluence. So why? The very simple answer is, I see my papa going कि मुझे जाना है काम पे, and every time he's out there going.
Yeah.
So I see that because of work and earning money and everything, my papa is not with me. I would want to, because it's his thing. It's doing it for us only. What good it is if I keep waiting for my father. And I was like कि मुझे ना बड़े होके ऐसा बनना है जिसमें मैं बहुत सारा टाइम अपनी फैमिली के लिए निकाल सकूं. So I want to be time rich, then money rich. And जैसे जैसे अब टाइम आ रहा है, now being from education background also, I want to maybe if time and resources allow, I would really want my kid to do homeschooling.
Why not?
Because the problem with homeschooling is time. Everyone wants to spend time with their kids. But this is where the next, I think, run is going to be. People are not realizing it. We are not struggling to earn more. We are not. Somehow we are able to manage. What we are struggling to is to earn enough time.
I didn't send my kids to Doon.
Okay.
Or to Welham Girls or to a boarding school.
Yeah.
Why? Is because I did not initially, because I run a resort called the Kikar Lodge, right? I had to give time to Kikar to build up Kikar, right? I mean,
which is also your child.
It's also my baby.
Yes, it's your baby.
Right? So I had to give time to Kikar to start building that up, right? So I think a lot of my time at that initial years, we started Kikar back in 2005. So my daughter was born in 7. So a lot of that initial years was spent building one baby and ignoring my child.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So therefore, I think unconsciously or subconsciously, somewhere in my entire thing, I didn't send the kids to a boarding school because I wanted to spend time with them also. Otherwise, if I had sent them to Doon, which is fantastic, great. People are sending their kids to school, to Doon. Brilliant. But I think somewhere...
Been there, done that.
हाँ यार, ठीक है. No,
कर लिया, ठीक है.
I wish, देखो, overall, great this thing.
Yes.
You got sports, you got this, you got all the makings of a great this thing.
A colleague of mine who was a single mother, she had this habit, as the clock struck 3 and her child would be coming back from school. Even if I was on a call and she would say, can I call you back? I am expecting my kid. And sometimes there is some important discussion happening. But she would leave every discussion.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I ask you, it's okay, he's big enough, he'll come. So I have a small ritual. Whenever my child comes, I stand there at the door to receive. And I give him a big hug. That's it. अभी वो बोलता है मम्मा क्या, no, shut up. She has this कि वो she will wait for the child because I don't want to miss this for the world. मेरा वो hug, I still try to say how was your day? This changes. मतलब अभी मैं बहुत ज़्यादा की बात भी नहीं कर रहा कि आप कितना टाइम दे पा रहे हो. A very small thing, and it makes all the difference in the world.
Yes. Hug. Okay. So the older generation were never physically with their kids.
Yes,
right?
yes.
ठीक है, सत श्री अकाल, namaste, whatever it is. And that's it, right? How are you doing? Whatever. My mom always hugged us. My father never hugged us. ठीक है. I mean, that's his, not saying he didn't love us, but he just never showed physical affection.
Yes. The love language was not
correct.
Physical. Yeah.
Huh? That is something, and I remember I had a little bit of a tiff with my kids and my wife. I had come back from Kikar, and there were times when I used to spend a week in Kikar because initial days or whatever it is. This is after Sahaj was born, so I'm talking about after 12. So and they were big enough. So obviously I'd spend time out, and I found that whenever I came in, they never got up to meet or a hug or so no hi papa, they're watching TV, they're watching the iPads,
very cold.
And finally obviously some lid blew somewhere, like this is not happening. So I sat them all down. I said, dekho ji, I want a hug when I come back. Period. ठीक है ना? I need that physical affection from you to me and me to you. ठीक है ना?
Wow.
And whenever I walk into the room, whatever you're doing, leave it and come and meet me and give me a hug. That's all I ask.
Even for a while, doesn't matter. But yes.
करो, ठीक है ना?
Perfect.
And it changes your relationship, yeah. That Jadoo Ki Jappi, that movie, whatever.
Yeah.
ठीक है ना? It is. Trust me. I mean, एक minute. We met today.
Yeah.
We did hug.
Yeah.
ठीक है ना? In wherever, not everyone, I go out hugging everyone and anyone, but people who are close to me, I definitely, when I meet them, why don't I shake your hand? That's a very informal thing.
Yeah.
But if you go and hug that person, I tell you that it becomes a much closer bond.
There is a transfer of energy. There is. Certainly there is.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think even professionally, yeah, एक मिनट, साडा Prime Minister भी जाके झप्पियां देंदा है. So I mean, jokes apart, but I tell you, it is such a great feeling when you actually meet a person, just hug the guy, and I mean, or shaking hands. It's a different. You've tried. It's very different.
जो हमारी जो पिछली जनरेशन है, which जो फिजिकल वाला नहीं था, अगेन द सेम फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन जिनका बेटा है ना, शी यूज्ड टू रिसीव, शी सेड दिस टू हर मदर वंस कि मम्मा यू डोंट लव मी, है ना, आप मुझको प्यार नहीं करते. शी वाज मदर वाज फ्रॉम अ विलेज एंड प्यार क्या करे, अब क्या बैठ के चाटे तुमको. दैट वाज द आंसर कि तुमको प्यार तो करते हैं, अब तुमको बैठ के चाटे क्या. सो दैट वाज कि हमको वो कभी इसका वैल्यू ही नहीं पता है. आई हैव अ वेरी नाइस स्टोरी खुद का. सो इन माय टीम देयर वाज दिस, वी डिसाइडेड टू डू सम एक्टिविटी, वी ट्राई टू डू इट एवरी नाउ एंड देन. I said चलो let's today do a hug therapy. You know what is that? What we are going to do is we are going to have an eye contact. You're not going to say a word. Now we're just going to come, hug each other, close the eyes, feel, just feel. Don't say a word. Sir, वो तो हम बार बार करते हैं, but this is going to be a little longer, maybe a 30-second minimum hug. What happened in the next half an hour is, when the hug happened, post 15 to 20 seconds, tears started rolling down. 3 or 4 girls, they had to go to the restroom. Can I just and everyone was this कि sir ये था क्या? What just happened?
Right.
I was not in any sad mood.
Yeah.
And where were the tears coming from?
Yeah.
We don't even realize how much we need it until we get it.
But that connect is beautiful.
One has to experience it too. One has to do it to know it.
Absolutely. So I'm telling you, from that day, it changes. The mahal at home changes. So that hug is a beautiful thing, I think. It's a very simple thing.
Yes.
But me being a simple man, and I need simple pleasures, basically.
The life is in simple. There was a movie, Bawarchi. I love a line in that movie said by this Rajesh Khanna. It is so simple to be happy.
To be happy.
It is so simple to be happy, but it is so difficult to be simple.
To be simple. Yes. It
is so difficult to be simple because the biggest of pleasures or sukoons of life are in the simplest of things.
Bilkul.
But what?
मिट्टी से खेलो, It's a simple thing, but it's lovely.
मिट्टी से खेलो, मिट्टी में होने से पहले.
I hope so.
So sir, now we are down the memory lane of school and bachpan, and so what is that one misconception about the whole education or the education system which you would like to point out? One misconception or one myth, you can say, which you would like to clear here.
When you, like I said earlier, that I don't run after. I mean, I'm not a ratta person. ठीक है ना? I've been, I think practicalities of life or practical things, what you experience during your formative years, also help you later in life. So I think running after marks, though, it's become the need
Yes.
of the hour.
Yes,
let's say.
yes, yes.
ठीक है ना कि जी नहीं, you have to get me 99 or 98.
This
or
is the
90.
fear sold by
ठीक है ना?
one of the big brands.
It
That
is.
your child will be left behind if
कि
you.
if you don't get 90 and above, you will not get you won't get educated in the good colleges, right? I didn't go to Harvard or Princeton or whatever it is. I'm not saying they're bad colleges. They're very good. But you've got other colleges also which are very good. And I think finally, if I was a mediocre student, I don't think I've done too badly in life. नहीं, ठीक है.
Yes.
ठीक है ना? There are examples. I'm a very small person, but there are big players in the industry or in the world, big people, big names who may have not done schooling also, or just finished schooling and not done college, and are doing very well in their fields. So I think running after constantly putting that fear of जी marks लाओ ताही तुसी चंगे करोगे जिंदगी च ऐदा होएगा. I think that's wrong. I think it's absolutely bunkum.
Couldn't agree more, because I've also heard that in IITs, when students somehow get into IITs, they have a problem connecting with each other, because they have put studies and academics on that high pedestal that they lacked the other aspects of human connection.
But no, that movie Three Idiots, ठीक है ना? I mean, that one guy who killed himself, suicide, he killed himself because of not being able to get, So I think these unnecessary pressures that, as a parent,
it's created by us.
Yes, but देखो, the bigger picture is who? The institutions. And therefore it filters down or it permeates down to us, the parent. And then we put it down to our pressure to our kid. क्योंकि
we pass it on.
आंदा उठो है.
Correct.
ठीक है ना? उठो आके to us, साढ़े to the kid. Somewhere down the line, it has to stop, yaar. I mean, trust. I think every parent should trust themselves also. As a parent, whether it's the father or the mother, they've done well in life. In whatever sphere they're at. Trust yourself, that your kid will also go do well in life. I mean, ठीक है, whether you had been a 90% topper or you hadn't been a 90% topper, but तुसी सही तो कर रहे हो ना, कुछ से कुछ सही कर रहे हो, तो ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੱਚਾ भी सही करूगा. ਇਹ नहीं है कि 90 आके ही सही करूगा.
Let life happen.
हो सकता है कि बंदा 90 आके सही ना करे, then what will you do?
There is no guarantee.
There is no guarantee.
There is no guarantee.
That bloody joker can turn out to be a bloody serial killer, yeah. Then what will you do? Ki my son got 95%, but he's become a serial killer. Oh, screw you, man.
The other day, when we were discussing about the same topic, you said a line, what you enjoyed in school as a youngster, it is what is going to come into play into your work life.
100%. 100% मैं सहमत है.
And I would like to highlight the word what you enjoyed doing. Not what you're supposed to do, not what you were meant to do, what you enjoyed doing.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, I enjoyed, I'm talking about Doon again. We go back to Doon. ठीक है ना? School ठीक है, like I said, ठीक है, studies, I studied, but ठीक है. Out of class, SUPW, we had carpentry, we had metalworks, ठीक है जी, painting and various other things, whatever, ठीक है ना? I had taken up carpentry.
Okay.
Hands-on. So you're using your hands.
Yes.
So that was, I think, where I enjoyed, I excelled, or my skill level came out there also. ठीक है ना? I was talking about midterms earlier.
Yeah.
हाँ जी, midterms, because you're forced to take a decision in an unconventional environment. You're not sitting in your safe environment. Comfort zone.
Yeah.
You're out of comfort zone.
Correct.
I'll tell you an incident. We'd gone up to Kedarnath.
Okay.
ठीक है ना, Matha Tek ke, whatever it is, we were there. It started snowing. Now we were doing a Kedarnath up to the top of the mountain. I can't remember, many years ago here. And it started snowing. So we were a party of 6-7 of us. and we were walking up. So we had spent one night in Kedarnath up there, and I'm talking about many years ago. I'm talking about this is now 89, 90. Infrastructure was bare minimal. So we had spent one night at Kedarnath, just side of the temple. There was a place to stay there, and then next morning, early morning, we started trekking up towards one of the peaks that side. It started snowing, blizzard, this, that. I lost track of my party.
Okay.
So what? There's no communication, huh? No mobile phones, no walkie-talkies, nothing.
Correct.
My thing was now, what do I do? Whether should I continue? The trails aren't marked, or as it's snowing, you're losing trail. I decided that I will. Instinct comes into play also. That I will turn around. ठीक है ना? That taught me later in life. I'll come to that. So I remember, you picture things. Okay, I crossed this rock. I crossed that place there, this, that, and I found my way back. It took me an hour and a half, 2 hours, probably more. I found myself back at Kedarnath, right? The team came back slightly later, not slightly, much later, towards the evening. Kahan pe, where were you, this, that, I mean, when did you disappear? Gave them this thing. ठीक है. All safe and sound. Yeah. Now, come to many years later. Whenever I walk in forest, and this is exactly now what I teach my kids also. Whenever I'm walking in the forest, I keep breaking a twig. Okay? Why? Because it shows you the path. ठीक है ना? So वापस when you're walking back, I let my son lead or my daughter lead. Let them find it, yeah. And they'll say, हाँ, टूटे थे. So it shows, it gives you a path back. These are practicalities of life. This is practical learning.
So in order to find your way back, you have to first get lost.
You have to. Why not?
Or as a parent, I would say, you have to let them be lost.
You must.
Then.
You must, yeah. ठीक है, again, like I said, times are different, not safe, whatever it is. But you'll have to let your kid in a safer zone, environment, whatever it is, broader picture, let them out, let them make that mistake, come back and ask you, what did I do wrong? Then you let them know, na, ki हाँ कीता है.
So you were mentioning, because I didn't, so you were mentioning about this SUPW. What did you say the full form is?
I forgot.
You just mentioned it. What full form we had back in our time was, it was considered to be a villa wala time where you are doing nothing. But in some schools it is incorporated very nice.
Yeah.
In some it is not.
Yeah.
So the definition coined by the students at that time say SUPW is some useful period wasted.
Well, yes.
So that is how it was conceived, and it is these kind of non-conventional or no pressure activities that you indulge in where you find your why.
Could be, can be.
Because you do not know, you need to experience and you need to get out there without the pressure to perform.
There's no performance now. You're not performing because of pressure.
Correct.
You're making, whether it's a blooming wooden tray, ठीक है ना? And tell you, we were so happy because we used to make that wooden tray and tick, whatever it is, get it all set. And when the parent used to come, when mom and dad used to come to school, we used to say, for home. And they were, ठीक है यार, लक्कड़ दी चीज़ है.
DIY.
Whatever. Yes, but it was, दिलों चीज़ बंदी सी. And that pleasure, simple man, simple pleasure.
And now, now bringing a contrast to this pleasure to the aaj ka kids is the same what they try to get from the likes and the views.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the same, the sense of accomplishment and validation.
It's validation, na?
It's validation.
Ki yaar, I've posted something. Yeah, मैंने हज़े एक ही like आई है. Nonsense, man.
Crazy.
But yeah.
But so there's this कि हम लोग बात करते हैं, but there are so many takeaways है ना from the conversation. So जो भी अभी हमने बात करी, I'll just try to summarize the whole thing. So we talked about the unconventional education not the conventional one.
Correct.
The unconventional is about coming out of the loop of the pressure of marks.
Yeah.
Another one is letting your child explore.
Very important.
As a parenting advice, I found this: let them make mistakes. If you do not, then they'll never be skilled. They'll be trained minds.
Yeah. I mean,
More robotic.
let them open up, na.
Let them.
Ah.
Yeah. 4 is if in your childhood you did not have enough experience of life, doing not only inside the classroom but outside the classroom, it has a big contribution.
Yeah.
So maybe next time a parent is thinking about choosing a school
Yeah.
or planning the whole education thing for the kids, they have to think how much of activities or education is happening outside the classroom.
Very
That
important.
is equally
yeah.
important.
Very important. Education is important. ठीक है, your teachers are good, all fantastic. But beyond the classroom, what is that school? What is it that school is providing you, which is going to give your child that extra edge also?
Correct.
वो बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Correct. And one last thing, you must have heard about a lot of therapies. There are now therapies around where we name them as the inner child healing. A lot of people go to psychologists for coping up with their childhood traumas. So not much, but a small takeaway from here is, the least one can do is start having the hug thing, the physical touch thing. It
100%.
has a
100%.
what
Go and hug your child every day. It'll change your life. It'll change a child's life.
and I don't know, I am not a parent yet. You tell me this कि when a child is born, तो उसके मदर के साथ उसको physical touch, just so the child is able to know. So तो ये वहाँ से शुरू होता है. I don't know where it got lost. I don't know.
It gets lost. We lose it, na.
We only do it because we're so busy in doing. You know, last thing which I loved the most is about that thing about the time and attention. Because whatever little possible, give attention, and it does not only applies to the kids and the parenting thing. It applies in every relationship. I suppose when my gang gets together and everyone has a pet peeve. My pet peeve is when somebody is using the phone and not a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And they're like कि
मैं सुन रहा हूँ.
तू बोल मैं सुन तो रहा हूँ. And I was like कि phone रख दे.
हाँ.
And we had this कि जब भी हम कहीं बाहर बैठ रहे हैं, and we made it a rule कि जिसने भी phone छुआ, that guy is going to pay the bill.
Yeah, beautiful.
So that was.
I'm going to start this up. I'm going to definitely start this up.
So this is really nice.
Yeah,
so these are the few takeaways that I loved. बहुत सारी memories हैं, बहुत कुछ discuss हुआ. I loved the way the conversation is going. Now let's discuss about the shararti, the naughty Emmy. There must have been a lot of shararat happening, pranks, or maybe not much, but any fondest memory कि यार, you know what, that was crazy. ये तो anything during your hostel time, maybe with your brothers, or I don't know, anything that.
No, brothers are crazy. I mean, like I said, we were I always believe that as a joint family, you're a happier person.
Yes.
ठीक है ना?
Yes.
So as a joint family, we were living in Delhi. So on the ground floor was our grandparents. On the first floor was my Tayaji with his family, and there were 3 kids there, 3 sons there, and we were on the second floor, which we used to call upstairs. So ground floor, first floor, upstairs. Nice. No second floor, upstairs.
Nice.
And we were 4 brothers.
You being the
Eldest.
Very nice.
Okay. Eldest of the 4.
Of the 4, yeah.
Yeah. So and that between the Taiji and my parents, there are 2 brothers who are married, 2 sisters.
Okay.
So I mean the closeness is like this, right? And so we never considered ourselves like cousins. We are brothers. I mean,
brothers and sisters.
Same,
That's it.
Sister to the na?
Yeah.
It was only brothers.
Brothers.
I mean, there have been so many times where, so we used to holiday together, So there was a time when we were in London together, and our parents had taken up this apartment somewhere in London, and they'd gone out for dinner. And just prior to that, now that day or ek din pehla, we had gone shopping, and you know those typical bobby hats, those London police hats, and we bought this entire thing for each child. Partner, we ransacked that house, that apartment. Matlab, it was, we had riots in there, and our eldest brother Vikram, he was the riot police. I mean, we were the, matlab, get rid of them, get that. But the the amount of crap we got from our parents when they came back, because yeah, they left the house standing, and when they came back, it was not the same. I mean,
what goes around,
oh,
it comes around.
Juttiya juttiya, matlab, oi.
Nice.
But I mean, so listen, I think you have to be naughty also.
Yes.
I mean, you have to be naughty by nature.
Yes.
I mean, you can't be boxed in, So many memories, great times, and I think 7 of us, by the grace of God, we bond even today like this, And whenever we are together, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling.
So much to cherish.
Beautiful, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that was one incident which was absolutely crazy. I mean, so many incidents, many crazy incidences like this.
So when we talk about your childhood, you mentioned about Baghdad.
Huh.
The other day when we were discussing something about Baghdad, you mentioned some Baghdad story, some very reform of a Gurdwara, historic Gurdwara taking place. Would love to.
Yeah. I mean, that was so we were, like I said, my dad had actually been posted in Iraq for making the Baghdad University. During his time there, so one of the udasis of Guru Nanak Sahib was
In Baghdad, yes,
to Iraq,
to Baghdad,
right?
yes.
And there's a lovely Gurdwara Sahib that was made there, and ठीक है, छोटा जैसेगा, but beautiful, very nice, quaint. What actually happened was that as Iraq, I think, or as Baghdad expanded, their railway system and the railway station was very close to where the Gurdwara Sahib was or is. I don't know now, basically, but that time was there. So the Gurdwara Sahib was in the middle, and you had railway lines running all around it. Dad, building the largest university there, he had access to meeting Saddam Hussein very often because of the fact that he was reporting, how the work is going on and so on and so forth, and to his son Uday at that point. So, in one of the meetings, he must have actually requested Saddam that, listen, we would like, this is the Gurdwara Sahib here, and you've got these railway lines running all around it, and explained to him about Guru Nanak Sahib and all. And they knew, they are educated people, yeah, they know who Guru Nanak Sahib was. And I think they used to call him Peer Nanak there or something to that extent.
Peer Nanak.
You won't believe it. I mean, it was just a darkhas or request just put across to him. I think it must have been over 2 months, span of 2 months, the entire railway line was changed.
Wow.
That
Seriously?
Wow. And then the Gurdwara Sahib's entire, earlier it was smaller, it became much bigger. He gave more land to it.
Wow.
And so we had a lot of labor manpower from Punjab, India, across India, also working alongside us. Dad had a massive manpower there, working for this project. A lot of, like I said, a lot from Punjab, North India, South India, everywhere. Plus, what the beauty was that there were other companies also who were working, and because being the largest, everyone gets together. I mean, you become a center point basically. We, when I say we, it's my father actually. He got the Sangat together and all that, and they actually made sure that the Gurdwara Sahib became much bigger. I mean, it was a joint effort to actually Yeah, I mean, you know, ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ.
Wow.
ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ to make sure that Gurdwara Sahib, which is so many years old, because of, ठीक है, Darkhas went, he agreed, lines changed, you know, railway lines changed. तो वो सेवा जो मौका मिला सीगा, that was beautiful. That was very touching, very touching. And yeah, I mean, that was.
So when you say about Baghdad, so I am a die-hard, I would not say, I'm a disciple, I'm a follower, I'm a die-hard fan of Guru Nanak Sahib.
Okay.
Die-hard.
Right.
Okay. I have been brought up. My schooling is okay, but the whole schooling is Gurudwara Nanak Payau Sahib. This is in Delhi.
Really?
So I would say कि मैं वहाँ का pass out हूँ. So there is a story, very nice, around Guru Nanak Sahib's visit to Baghdad.
Right.
So when he was about to reach Baghdad, so उनको पीर बोलते थे. Already Baghdad में बहुत सारे पीर होते थे, बहुत सारे.
Correct.
So what he did was कि all the peers knew about कि Guru Nanak Sahib का जो ऑरा है और जो उनका एक वो है, so they were little insecure कि
Correct.
क्या है ना.
Correct.
So what they did was, the head of that peer, he did a thing. He sent a bowl of milk, all filled to the brim, to Guru Nanak Sahib, where he was staying. And the Sevadar came and he brought it, and Bhai Mardana ji was like कि चलो दूध लंगर छकांगे. So Maharaj ji said, इना दूध साढ़े छक्कन लिए नहीं आया. It's a message. It's a message that we don't need you. We are full.
We are full. The cup is full.
The cup is full. We don't need you. But then Guru Nanak Sahib, being Guru Nanak Sahib, he said, okay, let's do one thing. So वो एक चमेली का फूल लेकर आए and वो उस पे उन्होंने place कर दिया, and he said, take it back. Just like that. And the whole sabha was there of all the peers in Baghdad, and when the person brought that bowl of milk intact with the and every peer sitting there was like कि ये क्या चल रहा है, ये symbolically ये चल क्या रहा है. And that the person who was the head of the peer, and he said, ये कौन है, and who is he, and I would like to meet, and everyone is like वो ठीक है, but
message क्या है,
message क्या है. What message he's trying to give is, it's okay, you are full. I am not here to come as an add-on. I'm like that chameli ka full. I'm just here to spread my fragrance and
move away.
So I'm not here to add on. So I would like to meet him and greet him and host him. So this Baghdad Udasi is this story is very close to, and I'm sure कि ये शायद उस गुरुद्वारे का भी इससे कुछ
100%. Probably. I mean, not probably. It. Yes. You know.
It's so nice. I'm so respect for the Iraq government that doing this much for.
Partner, Saddam as a person.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is again. I was young then, but one hears it and learns it from your elders. Even his armed forces, it was not that he was a Qattar, I mean, his head of, I think, army was a Jew, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please. But what I'm trying to say is that he had different religion in his entire cabinet of things.
Nice.
So, very forward-thinking man. I mean, certain people termed him as, bad and evil or whatever it is. But I have seen part of Baghdad, Iraq. Beautiful.
Wow.
I mean, progressive.
And you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about 80s.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Nice.
Yeah.
So now we get on to the next. So yes, schooling, a lot of memories in Doon and Baghdad. And when I hear this, first hand, this thing, so much of variety of exposure, of countries, of cultures, because it's not only the country, it's the people also. You get to talk to them, learn different. So that is, traveling is, it increases your IQ.
100%.
There is a study on that.
Bilkul.
So what next? Then what is it that, okay, now 12th ke baad finally I'm going to pursue this. What was that?
I've always enjoyed again, it came from the parents, but I've always enjoyed cooking.
Acha. Oh, that's
Cooking was a passion for me. I mean, it was something which, yeah. And then also, I to detail. I have a thing for things to be in the right place, or it pisses me off if it's not right. It bothers me. But that's again come from my parents. Both these things have come from my parents, right? And so hospitality was something which came in. I mean, it was just probably wanted to do. Did not know how well it would go, but ठीक है.
There was an inclination.
There was an inclination towards it. There was a desire to learn that, take it, maybe understand it better. So I got admission in Switzerland. So I went there. I was in Switzerland for a couple of years. Did my hotel management there. Worked there for some time. Worked in England for some time. I mean, it actually became, during my internships and so on and so forth, you actually meet, like you said, you meet so many people from different walks of life, different cultures.
Yes.
That, again, those couple of years there in Switzerland was mind-blowing. I mean, the amount of friends that I made there also, who are still friends, may have moved away from hospitality into other fields, but great friends. And that, again, I think leads to me believing that it is beyond that ratto, beyond that marks, that you actually, I mean, these things don't come naturally. I mean, or not, they come naturally. They don't come because you're learning in your classrooms, So get out there and see the world also. It's very important. बहुत ज़रूरी है. So anyway, Switzerland, worked there, worked in England, and then came back here. I had an opportunity to go to America at that point to work with Disney.
Interesting.
But gal bani nahi because of they at that point Disney had I think in the entire scheme of things that you cannot have a beard. I mean, you can't have facial hair.
Oh,
yeah.
Back then.
Okay. I don't know now.
Okay.
Back then. So
Okay.
I got interview. I was through the interview, but when they saw my photograph, my passport and all that, ठीक है, नहीं हुआ. But I always believe things happen for the better. Always. I mean, it's my standing motto. And so I went back to India. I said, "Aajo वापस, चलिए." And and it was beautiful. I mean, so I came back to India and I started working I worked a little bit for the park in Parliament Street, Park Hotel in Parliament Street in Connaught Place. I was there for some time. ठीक है. I mean, that was just a time pass. Went on to working with Famous Grouse Whiskey. I was with them for some time. And then finally, one fine day, I woke up in the morning. I told my parents, I'm shifting to the farm in Punjab. I said, I can't be in Delhi anymore. Delhi became too superficial also. Too superficial. Hoity-toity, I'm this and I'm that. And I can't handle that. So I shifted, So my parents thought I've lost the plot,
Oh.
Obviously, I mean, well-paying job or doing doing well enough. And you shifting to the boonies of Punjab where there's nothing. Infrastructure-wise, there was nothing. I mean, small little house, whatever it is. But in year 2000, I shifted to the farm.
So, यहाँ से उस पार जाना, ये किसकी चाह नहीं है. मतलब खासकर when you talk about Punjab, you name it, and everybody wants to study abroad, be it London, Europe, Australia, and the hub, Canada.
Yeah.
उसके बाद the idea is to settle down. मतलब to the core, people sell their land for that matter, and they go to any extremes.
Yeah. People sell their soul to go to, I mean, go and live or study from studying or any.
Through that.
Just to go there.
Just to go there.
ठीक है ना?
What is it that brought you back? You said, I came back to India. You name the country, say US, UK, or whatever. You had good education, good experience. You could have settled.
Correct. I mean,
Why come back to India?
so there was a point in my life where I felt ki I will settle there. After Switzerland,
Very natural.
after Switzerland,
Obvious.
you know, working in England, you get used to that environment.
True that.
I thought, theek hai, you know, Navdeep, there are circumstances in life where I think first and foremost, you're never the first citizen of that country.
True that.
ठीक है जी, you'll always be second class citizen. You'll never be first class citizen. For me, that didn't sit right. I mean, and अपने देश च की नहीं हैगा कि तुसी आके what can't you do?
Not honestly, but with all honesty, theoretically this sounds good.
Correct.
But
you can. 1 minute. I'm giving you my personal experience.
would love to.
Born, brought up Delhi, studied ठीक है, world, seen the world, traveled the world, came back to Delhi, worked in Delhi. Punjab had no inclination for me. We had land in Punjab. Dad bought the land, the farmland back in 87 when there were bad times in Delhi. We said we must have something in Punjab, so we bought something in Punjab. Fantastic. I've always been, I've told you, I've always been attached to nature. Somehow it's always been there. The entire family as a full unit has always been an outdoor family, attached with nature, something to do with nature. All the lands we've seen, all the places we go to has something to do with nature, right? Whether it's parks, tiger reserves, wherever. So for me, city slicker, Delhi boy, to have shifted from Delhi to not even Chandigarh, not even any city, to shift to the boonies of Punjab, jithe kakh nahi siga. I mean, infrastructure.
Not even tier 3.
Zero.
Yeah.
Not even tier 3.
Not even tier 3.
No, it was zero, yaar. Zero bata zero.
Question is why?
I'll tell you why. Because Punjab.
Okay.
For me, I wanted to do something. And the day I think Dad bought this land, something was there. I mean, for me, it associated. I mean, there was a like jhatka ki haan. And every time I used to, with the parents, used to drive to the farm from Delhi, and we used to cross the Ropar Barrage, turn a right at Swaraj Mazda and drive towards Noorpur Bedi and the farm. Wal khade se mere. Yeah, I'm home. It was like that. I mean, it was like, there's a belonging here. And so, I mean, something resonated, something connected. Yeah, I will want to. Dana pani mera fir likhya siga the. I suppose
it wasn't you calling, but it was calling you.
100%. And so coming back to the question, why?
Yeah.
It is because of the fact that it's not that when I shifted to in the year 2000, when I shifted to the farm, Kikar was in my head. No, I mean, it was just I want to shift there, and then we'll see what will happen. So there was no really game plan in mind. But I think finally, at the end of the day, I'd rather come and do something here of my own, on my own land, than go to
for my own people.
Yes, also, and not go to be a second-class citizen in someone else's country and scrub toilets or be a waiter or what. I mean, you can do better than that. People have risen and they're sitting on the top, bosses of the world.
They take pride in doing whatever they're doing.
I've done that also.
Okay,
mind you, it's not that privileged childhood and Doon school and blah blah blah. When I started working, it was not that I became a manager immediately. No, I'm so sorry. I started from the down there. I learned from, I mean, when you start, it's like not even a commie 3, you're an assistant, whatever. So you start from bare basics.
What was your first job?
As a kitchen cleaner.
As a kitchen cleaner?
Yeah. And a dishwasher.
Okay.
ठीक है यार. leave your ego aside. It's learning. And I'll tell you why. I'll come back to this kitchen cleaning thing. Okay, just remember this. So it is. There's no ego in this. If you have to rise and you have to, these are all experiences along the journey. So never think, oh, it is not worth my while. कि यार ये तो मेरे लिए छोटा है, मैं ये काम नहीं करूँगा. Nothing is small, partner. You will. That is some experience. It will give you some experience. You don't know right now. तानू उस टाइम लगूगा कि यार मैंने कितने लाता काम थे.
बट उत्थे जाके ते सानू सारे काम वधिया लगदे ने.
नहीं मैं
तो छोटे वड्डे ते इत्थे ने.
मैं उत्थे या इत्थे दी गल नहीं कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
I am saying कि वो काम दी गल कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
As a dishwasher, at that point in life you'll say यार मैंने कितने की नौकरी देती. मैं कितने जाके मुंह दिखावांगा. ठीक है ना? पावे उत्थे पावे इत्थे. But I say that at the end of the day, you never know where that experience comes into play. Now, I'll give you an example of this. Many years later, when Kikar came about, Kikar chal paya, theek hai ji. It was, I think, maybe 5 years into Kikar. Theek hai na? I had a kitchen team from Orissa.
Okay.
Fantastic chefs, great food, everything. One fine night, summer, June, the mean age, I get a call. I was not at Kikar. I was traveling. Matlab I was in the hills. I was in Kasoli. I get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning that my entire kitchen team has left. Kikar had a full house running. All 30 rooms, at that time we had 30 rooms. All 30 rooms occupied. ठीक है ना? But there's no kitchen staff. 2 बजे रात दे गायब. I have to give breakfast next morning. What do? Right? So I picked up my cook from home, drove at 2 in the morning to Kikar. जो लोकल हलवाई से गए 2-4 वो इकट्ठे कीते कि हाँ जी ब्रेकफास्ट अपा कर लिए, ब्रेकफास्ट लंच काट के अपा whatever it is. What did I do? I became the dishwasher. Because no chef would have said, yeah, I will not do dishwashing. But I knew how to do it. ठीक है ना? So there's no ego यार. And ये तो अपना काम सी. Kikar च. I was the dishwasher and I used to mop the floor. ठीक है यार. So there's never ego when it's your own ना. And गर्व होता है because ठीक है, it took a झटका like this takes a good 3 weeks to 4 weeks to come back to play. Hire new staff, bring the level of food back to quality, blah blah blah. It takes about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, maybe more. But ठीक है, it worked. So never underestimate yourself and never put ego into play, because both these things will kill you otherwise. मतलब ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ kill you in the sense कि ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਚੋਂ ਮਾਰੂਗਾ. So many instances where I have taken a beating but have come back up. So I'd rather do it in my own country. I mean, for me, we wanted to set up, my parents, my father, myself, the entire family wanted to set up something in Punjab for Punjab. Punjab had no tourism at that point. ठीक है ना? I shifted here. चलो Delhi, I wanted to leave Delhi. Shifted here. I said यार चलो dairy farm खोल लिए. Some crazy thought in my head यार.
अच्छा, that is, Kikar is not the first thing.
No.
Okay.
हाँ, when I shifted here, I said यार चलो पहले dairy farm खोलिए.
Okay.
ठीक है ना? एक गाय रख ली. Again, city slicker यार, from Delhi. एक गाय रख ली, 2 रख लियां, 4 रख ली. I went up to 120 cows. 120 cattle head, HF दियां. ठीक है ना? Beautiful milk, great looking cows, fantastic. But दूध rate at that point, दूध was cheaper than water, mineral water. Plus, ठीक है, I also didn't know too much about dairy farming. ठीक है ना? But lost money, and I lost a lot of money in that. So when you say everything's not up there, that was a down. At that point, I had a Qualis. पहला Qualis निकली सी. I had a silver Qualis. हाँ जी. My parents were in Delhi. Mobile phone sige nahi that time. STD da boot siga pinch. I used to go there twice a week and call my parents, hi, how are you, whatever. But there was a time that I was scrounging for money. मतलब 10 रुपए इथों कट लिए, 1 रुपया 2 4 दे दा कि डीजल भर के मैं चंडीगढ़ आवा. So I have seen those times also. But those are the times that remind you कि that can come. But how do you come out of it? How do you work yourself beyond चलो आगे चलो, you know, और हौसला भी चाहिए है.
There is a very famous podcaster, and I'm a die-hard fan of him, and he used this term called every business owner needs to have this thing called CQ, which is the chaos quotient. How do you deal with chaos?
Chaos? Isn't this chaos?
This is
My
chaos.
chef's leaving is chaos. It was a chaos.
Yes.
An overnight chaos. But how do you deal with it?
How do you,
That is it, yeah.
how do you bounce back?
So, देखो, all these, how to deal with chaos. Fantastic. You know, the chaos quotient is a very good this thing. How do you deal with it? It is, if you start panicking, if you go into a panic mode, the entire system fails. You have to lead by example. This is again, both my grandfathers, my Nana and my Dada, were from the army.
Oh, nice.
Again, and very, very highly decorated and all that, right? My grandfather formed the Wagah border at Amritsar, at Amritsar, the Wagah-Atari border. He's the one who formed the Atari border. Leading by example, that you have to succeed. I'm so sorry. And it's all in here and here. Dil te dimag. Tanu agar dil te dimag se tusi, if you can say that I will do it, you will do it. ठीक है ना? If you say यार नहीं मैं यार आज मैं फेल हो गया, चलो अपना कनाडा चलिए. ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ? ਬਰਤਨ ਮਾਂਜੋਗੇ? Nonsense यार. ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ. You can. There's so much to do in life here. Punjab, yeah, come on, Punjab. Don't you have things in Punjab?
Sometime back, I wrote a line, 2 lines around this. जो तुसी क्या ना दिल and दिमाग. So it goes like this. दिल और दिमाग की जंग जारी है. दिल और दिमाग की जंग जारी है. देखना है कौन किस पे भारी है.
Yes.
Ultimately,
yes.
It is this only.
Yes.
And if you see continuously the live graphs, ये दिल और दिमाग की जंग में निकल जाता है.
Yes.
And again, there is a concept shared by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He talks about the mind and heart coherence.
Okay.
When they are in sync,
Yeah.
and the thoughts and your this emotion, they are in sync, that is when the magic happens. When they are in sync. But that's a very difficult point to reach.
Yeah,
It's not.
No, I mean, listen, I think it's a 0.1 whatever percent reach that thing. But yes, I like that concept. I mean, you're in a way you're right, because I think when you are working, I truly believe that when you're working with nature, ठीक है ना? When you work alongside nature, nature helps you.
Works alongside you.
Yes.
Right.
The moment you go and cut trees and it's not natural, yeah. ठीक है, एक ਤਾਂ ਖੇਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਪੇੜਾਂ ਦੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਲੋ that's a cycle, ਉਹ ਅੱਡ ਛੱਡੋ. I'm talking about forests and generally. The moment I tell you, ਉਹ ਰੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਪੇੜ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਛਾਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੋ ਛਾਂ. ਅੱਜ ਹੁਣ ਧੁੱਪ ਦਾ ਮੌਸਮ ਹੈਗਾ, ਗਰਮੀ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਨੇ. That shade is what is saving you from, I mean, your car heating up or not heating up, na?
There was a Insta meme, Insta post around that. I saw it just a couple of days back, where it shows there is a guy who's measuring temperature, and it was 44 there, and it was like 30 or below than that under the shade.
So we at Kikar plant 20,000 trees every year. It's in our company's constitution. We have to do it.
It's crazy.
every year we plant 20,000 trees, various varieties, from soil conservation to this to that. Yeah, why not? Why not? So I am a firm believer, मैं बहुत मानता हूँ कि work with nature, not against nature. It will provide you more than you need. Abundance, in abundance, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਗੀ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੀਕਰ ਦੇਖੋ.
Very nice philosophy.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੀਕਰ ਦੇਖੋ. ਮਤਲਬ it is, ਮਤਲਬ ਜੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਜੰਗਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਸੱਜੇ ਖੱਬੇ. They've been plundered. Why do people come to Kikar? Why do people come to Kikar from all over the world? I'm very happy to say this. Why? From the shares of Delhi and Bombay and Ahmedabad and Chandigarh and Atram Patram. Why? Because greenery. Yeah? ਲੋਕ ਤਰਸਦੇ ਨੇ ਹਰੇ ਦਰਖਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣ ਲਈ. Really.
Wow, that's amazing.
My temperature difference between Chandigarh and Kikar is a 4-degree difference.
Just in 70
clicks.
Wow.
In 70 kilometers.
Crazy.
We've got over 2.5 lakh check dams for soil conservation and runoff to check runoff water. We've got 5 big dams in around Kikar in the forest where we hold water, 2.5 acres of water for bird life, for animal life, for flora, fauna.
Wow.
You have to work with nature, yaar.
This is hearing it for the first time. So, Kikar being a commercial property.
But commercial hai
yet,
yes,
keeping the nature, the flora, fauna, everything intact. Wow. Rather enhancing it.
When we inherited the land, it was plundered. When we bought the land, excuse me. But that again, parents, in school, we used to do tree plantation drives. Oh,
the practical knowledge.
My parents, nahi, we will plant. ठीक है जी. ਉਹ ਤਦ ਘੱਟ ਸੀਗਾ. ਹੁਣ because of the company ਅਸੀਂ 20,000 ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ. ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ? Everyone starts putting little bit to it now and you work with nature. ਉਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਗੀ.
But that is such a nice philosophy to have, that you work with nature, then nature works with you. And this is crazy, but I think words will not do justice, because the more I'm hearing, the more I'm getting curious. So I would rather like to visit Kikar and to know, to see it for my own self.
Come.
We would like to see it from your eyes. Everyone has seen Kikar. We'll see it through the eyes of.
No. Come. Experience Kikar.
Would love to.
The reason we built Kikar was that we want to get Punjab on the tourism roadmap.
Wow.
And by the grace of God, it's been 20 years, our journey. We started in 2005, November of 2005, and today, this November will be 21 years.
Wow.
In 2006, November will be 21 years. But yes, we have been able to encourage also other people, other entrepreneurs in the region to set up similar, smaller, bigger, depending on their budgets, destinations.
Wow.
In Punjab.
Amazing.
And trust me, Punjab has a lot to offer. बहुत है. मतलब बहुत ਪਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ. मैं कह रहा हूँ, एक ਤਾਂ जो ਸਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਅਤ ਹੈਗੀ ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜੋ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਅਤ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਨਾ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਰਿਲੀਜਨ ਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀਅਤ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਸਾਂ 'ਚ ਘੁੰਮਦੀ ਹੈ.
It's evident.
Right?
So
ਅਗਰ ਉਹੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਅਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੌਸਪਿਟੈਲਿਟੀ 'ਚ ਪਾ ਦਈਏ ਤੇ ਵਾਵਾ ਨੇ ਹੋ ਜੂਗੀ. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਿਲੀਜੀਅਸ ਟੂਰਿਜ਼ਮ ਹੈਗਾ. We've got चलो रिलीजन तो है ही है, ठीक है ना. We got rivers, we got forests, we got fields, we got, look at the festivals we've got.
Culture. Yeah.
ਹੁਣ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੋਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ. ਮੈਸਿਵ ਯਾ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ. ਮਤਲਬ ਆ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ. ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੀ ਲੱਤਾਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਜੀ, ਉਹ ਸ਼ਰਾਬੀ, ਉਹ ਨਸ਼ੀਲਾ ਹੈ, ਫਲਾਨਾ ਠਮਕਾ, this that.
The other side of
the
Punjab.
negative side to it.
Yeah.
Oh, come and look at the of Punjab.
Nice. So, if I have to again come back to the question, the problem with the youth is that they are, so you don't know what is on the grass on the other side,
Always greener.
so when you reach there, here you take pride in that you are landowners, you're big people, but when you go there, you don't mind mopping, you don't mind doing working at the gas stations, you don't mind, and I highly respect that.
Yeah, sure.
That is why that is a developed country
Also,
because people take pride in whatever they do.
yeah.
But again, my question remains the same. To some extent, I've got the answer. What helped you stay here? Because this is a question that people would like to understand. Because every parent thinks कि वो तिनका करके पैसे जोड़ रहे हैं कि एक दिन बच्चे को हम इस उम्मीद में कि my child will go, they will settle down there. Nobody knows the truth.
Nobody knows the truth.
Nobody knows the truth. जो वहाँ की hardships है वो वही है.
Correct.
Not saying that वहाँ जाके आप flourish नहीं करते. My question is, आप यहाँ रह के क्यों नहीं कर सकते?
So I think fantastic question, brilliant question. So when you're earning there,
Yeah.
okay, you're earning in dollars or any currency which is related to the rupee. I mean, your dollars or pounds or whatever, XYZ, है ना जी, foreign currency.
Yeah.
So what happens with that is that yes, when you convert it back to Indian rupees, you get a much higher value. So I think that is one definite why people
That lures.
हाँ,
कि okay.
पिंड तो मुंडे जानते ने कि जी let's go there, earn in dollars or XYZ and then send it back home and we get a lot more. Fair enough, agreed. Not everyone who goes there
Yes.
does well.
Correct. We know the success stories.
You don't know the failures.
The failures.
ठीक है ना?
Yeah.
No one and it's human nature. No one will say यार मैं तो उत्थे जाके मैं तो मर ही गया जी. कोई नहीं कहूँगा.
Nobody will share
ठीक है ना?
what hell we नहीं तो
मैं
किस मुंह ਨਾਲ कहूँगा.
ਕਮਰਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ 2x2 ਦਾ, ਉੱਥੇ 100 ਬੰਦਾ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਉੱਚ. ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ. Right? So what I'm saying is that in your own homes here, why did I stay back? Why did I shift to Punjab? Is because I truly believe, and don't think that because I've come from a home which had or has
affluent family and born with a silver spoon.
No. ठीक है ना? We've also suffered. We've picked up and taken off again. So it's hardships have been there. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that every person usually who leaves the pind is a farmer.
Yeah.
Or a farmer's child.
Yeah.
Who has a home, who has जमीना हैगी हैं.
Family है, उथे connect है.
Connect हैगा. ठीक है ना? If you actually life looks greener there, fantastic, very nice. But जो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਤਾਂ the government is giving you subsidies and loans and everything to set up, new businesses and so forth.
To promote entrepreneurship
and all that. ठीक है ना? So actually, if you anything that you have in mind, if you have something which you think I'm good at, करो, because अपना घर तो है ही है. ठीक है ना? This lure of easy money, fast money, ठीक है ना? ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਜੀ ਮੋਹਾਲੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਯਾਰ ਉਹ ਕਾਕੀ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੋ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਲੈਂਬੋਰਗਿਨੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਬੜੀ whatever he drives, a Mercedes or a BMW. Please man, अपनी कार ਚ ਰਹੋ and you'll be happier. Everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants to be better. Sure. Today I'm driving a Maruti. I want to come to a Thar to Scorpio to Fortuner to X, Y, Z Defender. Whatever. But at that stage of your life, don't think of fast money. Money will never grow fast. But you will never become rich overnight unless it's illegal money.
um, something very funny comes to my mind ki when you are acting like a Defender, don't think of buying a Defender.
True. Very
So
true.
when you're actually serious about it, you don't buy it, you have to earn it.
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 Yeah.
So there's plenty of opportunity here. You
So
go out because
anything for the parents out there, the schools, the government, maybe anybody, because maybe I don't know where this podcast is reached, but now we have got to a very interesting point. So what can be done? So what I'm able to understand from whatever you said is, वो जो love for land है ना सर, ये डाला नहीं जा सकता.
never.
The word you said, that Punjabiyat, मेरी ज़मीन, मेरा विरसा, है ना, मेरी legacy, I want to bring it to the top destination thing, है ना,
Yes.
ये जज्बा कहाँ से आएगा?
किथों आएगा?
मतलब what should we do? Even the smallest of thing, because this is happening, and with this rate, people from there are not going to tell what's the dark side. From here, people are always working कि इथे रह नहीं गया कुछ.
Yeah.
So what is it? What needs to change? Something needs to change, and it will never be outside and inside out only. पहले इत्थों बदलेगा.
It has to.
Yeah.
अंदरों ही होना है. ठीक है ना? So my take to all the parents is that, okay, it's easier said than done. ठीक है ना? Always it's easier said than done.
Yes.
But trust the system. Trust the system. Work the system here. I mean, I'm talking about through hospitality. I'm talking about purely through hospitality. Set up your homes as a farm stay, for example. ठीक है ना? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਘਰ ਹੈਗਾ, farm stay बनाओ. It sells. People are looking for offbeat. People are sick and tired of going to 5-star hotels. उत्थे जाके,
True. Very
ठीक है ना?
true.
Everyone is looking for an offbeat destination, which is from the away from the main path.
So Chowki Dhani is one such example where you get a village wala food wala experience.
वो तो experience बनाया है
Correct.
ना. ਇੱਥੇ तक
You can actually give it.
Yes, this is original.
Correct.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ whatever it is, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੂਲੇ ਚ
That the tube well ka.
ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਯਾਰ. And we say, oh, it's oversold. I think it's undersold right now.
That's a brilliant idea.
It hasn't been done. I mean, I would be through your channel, I would say I would love to help people out if they're wanting to set up something like this. Come in contact through you, whatever it is.
Amazing.
I mean, it is something for Punjab. I mean, 100%. Matlab, agar anyone wants to set up something like Kikar also, big, small, short, fat, tall, whatever it is, karna hai, I'm there.
Wow.
Whatever years of experience मेरे को हैगे ने, ठीक है.
Wow.
No, and I'm certain we can do better than what we've done. Because ठीक है, we are that much older.
Wow. This is big, sir. So somebody who thinks they're inspired by listening to him, and they think they would like to understand how to do this. So we will definitely share a link where you can show your interest, that you have a knack for this, you love nature, you love Punjab, you would like to do something like this. You have got a mentor who knows how to get it done, find a piece of land, how to create a concept around it, have the right team, how to lease it out, and blah, blah, blah. So if you are seeing this, rather than leaving your place, I think it is give it back to the society ka time.
I'll go one step ahead if I may.
Please.
If you've got land, right, and you want to set up something hospitality based, I'll help you. If you don't have land and you're looking for something, let us know. We'll find the land for you. We'll develop it for you.
Viable.
Make it viable.
Wow.
Give you the things, set up the project, and let you fly.
Amazing.
I mean, to the extent, and it doesn't need to be big. It can be small. Start small. We started with 10 rooms and have grown to 50, and Sukhnal will grow more.
Wow.
So don't start everything big. Taj Mahal was not made in a day.
It said it was not, it will not be done in one day, but it will be done from day one.
No.
So let's have the day one
Let's
first.
start with that day one. No? So baby steps,
Yeah.
baby steps. And trust me, the resources for tourism, जो पंजाब च हैगियां ने, it is, we can kill every other state where tourism goes. We can be the #1 state for tourism in India. But we need the right people, and we have the right people. We have the right people. We have the right visa. We have the right attitude. We have the Punjabiyat in us. We need the right government reforms, the government directions. I mean, we are ready to explode into a tourism state which no one else can offer.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is that small initiative that he has taken to add value to his own country, his own state. Maybe you are not from hospitality, but yes, aaj ka youth, they are going there. We have to think the other way around. Something needs to change. Maybe it is his initiative that somebody wants to set up a business related to hospitality, and something like Kikar, he is there to help. But maybe you know something, help somebody else, give them an opportunity, give them employment, so that our people, our talent stays here.
Well said. Well said.
Talking about, you mentioned dairy farm, because our conversation was going in the flow. This was, how did this dairy farm come into play? And the idea was ki 2000 ke around this land, and you started, and this Kikar thing happened. But no, there is some dairy farm that happened. What happened to that?
Yeah, again, City Slicker. I mean, like I said, I left Delhi, shifted to Basali, to where the land is, and have to do something. I can't sit villa.
Yeah.
So we decided to open up a dairy farm.
Yeah.
Like went from one single cow to 2, 3, went up to 120 cattle head. But then, like I said, circumstances. I mean, it didn't really work out because I hadn't projected it right at that point, and milk was cheaper than water from Verka, right? So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a viable option.
With your permission, can I say you failed?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%. I mean, failed miserably.
Burnt money, burnt your hands, time, energy, effort, everything.
2-3 साल तक लगे सके, plus money is one side to it.
Yes.
And it wasn't a small amount.
And then that is at that point जब आप सारी opportunities
छोड़ के आए थे.
And then you are all in the question mark कि एक ही कितना है.
And when I was leaving Delhi, can you believe it? I got an offer to either shift to Dubai. Okay, at that point, because Dubai was coming up. I mean, it's just started
getting up. Yeah.
So I had an opportunity either go to Dubai or to the farm.
Okay.
And I chose the farm. Whatever. I mean, it was eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I said, this way. Yeah? And yes, when the dairy venture went down, I was like,
what was the parents like? Were they like?
Well, obviously, yeah, come on. I mean, any parent would say, you know. And it was the amount wasn't small. It was a very big amount. We lost
at that time. Yeah. Yeah.
About 2000, 2001 to 2003.
Yeah.
Lost quite a bit. Cows weren't cheap. And but then, see, that's the thing. Never give up attitude of my father, of my parents.
That you mentioned, the resilient.
Yeah.
The chaos.
That resilience. That
to bounce back. To come back. Okay.
Koi gal nahi. Never cry over spilt milk. In this case, literally. Yeah. And then we decided, okay, you've done your hospitality. Let's set up 10 rooms. Dikhange.
When we see at the success of Kikar, it's all good, from how well maintained and what the footfall is, and all kinds of people from all walks of life and all places all around the globe. People. but there is this dark phase, you know, of where you feel like giving up. You feel like I'm stuck. You self doubt yourself. It comes in everyone's life. Everyone who's building something big has to go through this. The brighter we all know, है ना? It's visible, it's evident, we are proud. What is that side where you felt like you're being cornered and it's all dark?
COVID. Hospitality industry was the first industry to get hit, and we all shut down, right? I have 100 and plus staff working with me.
Oh, that's a good number.
Right? It was my responsibility to ensure that all that staff gets paid, and how much ever we can keep paying them through this entire pandemic. We didn't know how long it would last, but you know, that was a very tough time. It was a very, very tough time for us, because there's a fund that you've accumulated as a fund for a rainy day. It was used for this, and we paid our staff. Every staff member that was with us, we paid them throughout those 3-4 months when they did not work with us, because they also have EMIs, or they also have chulas to run, and kar chalane ne. We paid them. Very proud of it. But it was a very tough time. It was a very, very tough time, because it led to dig deep. You had to dig deep. And how are we going to come out of this? We didn't know. It was a very uncertain time. But that Almighty, after COVID, it came out. I mean, we had never done weddings at Kikar prior to COVID. After COVID, because a small number of wedding groups of people were allowed for weddings, and because we were a tucked away little place, so people started coming for weddings, and that led to more weddings and more weddings and more weddings. That year, we started our first wedding in September and ended in May of the next year. We did 120 weddings.
Very nice.
So we went down for those 3-4 months, but देखो जब दिन आया, work with nature, partner. Work with nature, because everyone came because of nature. कि यार beautiful हरा भरा हैगा, ऐसे ही करिए आप. So today we're a top wedding destination in Punjab. We got a lovely banquet of a 12,000 square foot banquet there with lovely lawns and various venues for destination weddings. And just look at it. I mean, where we never thought that this vertical will ever fit in Kikar.
Wow. So now the business, the education, everything, what do you do? What are you beyond work when you're off the Kikar responsibilities and everything is good by God's grace?
I love traveling. I'm an avid traveler. There is a lot of, as you grow older, some say you become wiser. In my case, I don't know. but in the forest of where we are, around Kikar, there's a lot of meditative spaces that I have found.
Oh, wow.
So that has also led me to slightly, bend that side towards the meditative side.
Would you like to share any one such which we can go to experience? Anyone?
Any experiences in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kikar, like you said, ups and downs, right? So, the Kikar is a beautiful space. I mean, set in this entire Shivalik, lower Shivaliks, But then you've got one wants little time for yourself also. So I've got a lovely place called Kikar Under the Stars, which is about 1 kilometer from Kikar, in the forest. And so whenever I want to get time for myself, you go pitch a tent there, khana, lovely, look at the stars, and you see the sunrise, you see the sunset, and it's a beautiful space.
No.
So Yeah, I mean, it's something. And then this started about 5 years ago ish, I think so. That led me to believe कि यार, why can't we have another vertical which is I mean, meditative, the meditative side, the healing side. We can do this in the forest of Kikar.
Wow.
So we did a program last year. Fantastic, yeah. Again, we take people into the forest. One is doing meditative or meditation, yoga, sound healing, whatever, in a normal environment, 4 walls, sorry. But imagine doing the same thing in the forest, amongst nature, early morning, late evening. You've got
Works as a catalyst.
it. Close your eyes and you sit there, and it is healing. People were crying. I mean, people were. I never thought
therapy in itself.
Yes, it's people. I didn't realize कि actually, and everyone who came for that 4-day retreat there.
So, like you said, traveling is like therapy to you. One place, if you have to recommend us that one should visit in a lifetime, that would be
I think Southern Africa.
Southern Africa.
Southern Africa. So you got Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe. This.
And what in it?
The sunsets.
The
sunsets. I mean, it is magical. I mean, that continent is magical.
Wow.
Go there if you haven't been.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One last question. So we get time for everything, work, family, and as we grow older, we have more and more responsibilities as a business owner, as a father, as a daughter, as a son, as a brother. But what does one should do to connect with their own self, which I'd say back to self. That is, how do I connect with my own self? What do I do to connect with my own self? What do I do when I'm with completely me time, where I'm just to connect back with me?
Yeah.
So what is it any practice that you do?
Yeah, no, definitely. Very important. I think for me, morning and evening, 20 minutes morning, 20 minutes evening. Japji Saab in the morning, Ras in the evening.
Wow.
I think these two are very powerful.
Amazing.
And in their own right, they're very powerful. So I think that 20 minutes in the morning for yourself, even when you're getting ready, likewise in the evening when you're when you're winding down, give yourself time. I think you have to. Everyone needs to give themselves a breather to make it happen better and better every day.
Thank you so much. So that was about Mr. Amarinder Singh. So much to learn, so many stories, so much full of experiences. Thank you so very much.
Sir.
It was great pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
No, lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.